a couple of things that we like to do in the early stages is get rid of the head. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Legend's next training session. If you've been following along, you know that he is working on toe hitch fetching and doing a very nice job of it. The next thing that we talked about was going to be in this step was going to be birds. And we have two options of birds for him. We have a fresh killed pigeon from today, and we have a frozen chucker. Now, before we get started with this, I want to say, if this is your first time to the channel, definitely hit that subscribe button down below so you don't miss any of the videos upcoming in the rest of this series. To get started, I want to point out a couple things. First of all, this chucker was laid pretty strategically so that feathers would be close, not just pitched into the freezer so it's all was laid to be as football-ish or bumper-ish as possible. Now, a couple of things that we like to do in the early stages is get rid of the head. This is the distraction. This pulls dogs' focus to the end. We don't want them messing with that. They come off really, really easy when the bird's frozen. Now we're gonna get rid of these legs. This is more of a distraction, and this is okay to utilize later with the dogs, but him being in the early stages of this, we just want to get rid of these bad boys right away. If you follow along, you understand that a lot of our program is based off of building on success. And I may not be able to get this one off here. These tendons are giving me some fits. Use my teeth. Okay. Got it. Okay. So we have a chucker that now is drastically more bumper-esque. So it makes a baby step. We did this with him before. Hold. No. Hold. But she showed he can do. Good. Hold. Good. Let's take a quick walk. Come on. Hold. Come on. Hold. He's trying to walk before he's got a good grip on it. Stop that now. This is why we do this refresher first. Hold. Come on. Hold. Good. That's a good grip. Nice job. Come this way. Let's do another one. Hold. Hold. Come on. Hold. Good. That's a good grip. All right. Then once we work through this, we'll move on to this fresh kill bird. And the big differences are going to be these feathers, like you can see, start to come out a little easier, which can be a distraction or a problem for the dog, where these frozen feathers stay pretty tight to the object. And we're going to work through this. We are still on toe hitch fetching. Now, when we put this on, we want our slip up top here again, and we want to make sure that when we go around here, we're going to be going around the outside, and this is going to come toward our little eyelet here on the table so that that will relax and he can feel pressure when he needs to fetch and relax once he's fetched. Now, like every single object that we've worked through, we're going to have him fetch out of our hand. Fetch. Fetch. Legend. Fetch. Come on. Fetch. No. Right here. Right here. Fetch. Ledge. Fetch. Come on. Fetch. No, sir. Right here. You can see he's looking for anything but this right now. I talked about before in the training that when you move to birds, it's kind of a weird thing for them. We are still helping him. Fetch. Fetch. Come on. Now. Fetch. Fetch. Slight pressure. This is not a force game at this point in most of this process. Come on. Easy now. Fetch. Fetch. Hey, hey, hey. Fetch. Here. Let's go back just a step here. This out of the way. Okay. fetch, open up, hold, hold. Good, hold. Nice. So we show you can do this. Fetch, fetch, hold, hold. Grab it. Good. Okay. Fetch, hold. Nice job. Okay. Fetch, hold. Nice. Now we're making some progress. Good. Good job. Fetch, hold. Good job. So we took the time to go back a little baby step and help him through this. It's one of those things where he's saying, I don't want to do this. I'm not sure that I can do this. I don't know how to do this. Here. Because I explained in the beginning stages, right? You watched his last session. He showed he 100% understands fetch. He fetched multiple different objects. He fetched everything. And now he's saying, this new thing I don't necessarily want to fetch. Everything needs to be taught. I lost your string here somewhere. Everything needs to be taught, and some things are going to be more challenging for them. Now, for us, you go, hey, it's a bird. He loves birds. Why is he having issues fetching a bird? Well, because it's different. And for whatever reason, it's different enough, fetch, that it can be a little bit of a struggle for some dogs. Fetch, hold. Nice job. Much better grip on it. I clipped him up. I don't need him walking up and down the table right now. Good boy. Fetch. Fetch. Good. Let's start working this down toward the table. Good. You can see just a smidgen of avoidance. He's saying, I don't really want to do this. He's grabbing it and he's kind of turning away from me. We're just going to work through that. Hey. Good. We're not really putting any emphasis on the fact that he's doing that. We're just keeping his focus towards us here, and eventually he's going to get over that. Good. Fetch, right here. Fetch. Fetch. Nice job. Hold. Good. Let's go here. Fetch. Nice. Picked it up off the table. Now let's go ahead and move to this next bird. This, in a sense, can almost be easier depending. This one's a little smaller. Part of that is by the fact that this is what we happen to have today. The other side of it is smaller objects are easier, so we're moving to a new challenge, which is this fresh bird. So having a smaller bird to start with, it's not like we're going to grab a duck or a pheasant out of the freezer. Hold. This is new, right? Hold. So we need to teach him in baby steps. He's almost doing better with this than he started with the bird, but that's probably because we did the frozen bird step first. Hold. Nice job. Hold. Come back this way. Hold. Good. Now, ultimately, folks, what is our goal? Shoot birds, have dogs retrieve birds. I have never yet seen a frozen bird pop up out of the grass for a dog to go retrieve. Now, frozen birds can be very beneficial in your training. If your dog's doing a lot of mouthing, a lot of chewing, using harder things are going to help prevent that behavior. But we worked through that frozen bird. He was doing fine. If he's going to do better with fresh killed birds, we don't need to go back to a frozen bird. Let's stick with the fresh ones. Hold. Nice. Okay. Now we're going to start a little bit of fetch work. Same thing. We're going to have him fetch out of our hand here. Fetch. You see him instantly try and go for that head. Hold. That's why we broke it off of the frozen one. Good. Okay. Fetch. Fetch. Hold. Again, he's applying more pressure to himself. I'm trying to regulate that so that he's not applying a lot of pressure because I'm, tug, tug, tug here, and then he gives it a big hurt. If I hold that completely, it becomes quite a bit. So I'm giving to him a little bit, but keeping that pressure on so it doesn't completely go away. Good. Because if it does, if he pulls that string out of my hand, then goes, all I have to do is pull to get out of this, you kind of will create a cycle and you'll notice your dog's going to start giving you more fits, pulling more, fighting more. If they learn they can get out of this by doing something, you're going to see that pop up a lot. Now, I just mentioned, because I read this as potentially some slight avoidance, and I don't really think that that's as much what's going on as it is he likes to walk up and down the table. So he grabs the bumper and starts to go and hits the end of the chain, or the bird in this situation. So I think that's more what's going on, but fetch, good. Because this one, he's just standing here. He already hit the end of that chain and went, yeah, I can't walk anymore, so I'm gonna stand here. Good, let's see if we can get him to pick one up off the table here with a hand present. Nice job. That's getting really good looking. Fetch. No, right here, fetch. Kind of put my hand back for a baby assistance. Right here, fetch. Good, hold. You can see that fix, he kind of grabbed it, not a great grip on it, and then flipped it up there so he's got a really good grip on it now. Good. Do another one here, fetch. Fetch. Hold. That was not good. Fetch, good. He grabbed it by a wing. Let's do one more, right here, fetch. Nice, that was perfect. Hold, hold. And we're gonna let him sit, slow this session down here at the end. Allow him to just hold that, tell him he's a good boy. Nice job, nice job. And that is pretty much going to wrap up our toe hitch fetch. We're going to start in his next session, transitioning to collar conditioning fetch. And that is a balancing act of utilizing both for a little bit and then making that full transition over the collar. We'll walk you through that. We'll show you exactly how that goes. So again, make sure you're subscribed so that you don't miss when we post his new videos. This is Legend. I'm the guy with the pink gun, and we'll both see you in his next video.